Hey guys, my name is Simon and I'm studying MBA at Charles Darwin University. And I'm here to do my presentation, which is about my placement experience on the first semester in 2020. And originally, I was sent to Hilton Darwin to do my placement, but due to the outbreak of COVID-19, so the Hilton Darwin has been shut down for at least 6 months. So I have been reorganized to traditional credit union to continue my placement. So I am here. I will introduce two different placement providers, which are Hilton Darwin and the traditional credit union. And basically, my supervisor in Hilton Darwin is Gabby, and she is leading the marketing team in Northern Territory Hilton Group, including Hilton Darwin, Double Tree Darwin, and Double Tree Alice Springs. And both Tanya and Joanne are my supervisors in TCU. Now let's have a glimpse of this presentation's content. Firstly, I will show you guys the background of both my placement providers, Hilton Darwin and TCU. And after that, I will talk about my roles during my placement in these two organizations. And I will also talk about the skills I learned during my placement. And in the end, I will show you guys my reflections. And now let's have a look at the background of the Hilton Darwin. And basically, our Hilton Hotel is a leading global hospitality company, and the Hilton Group is managing 18 different brands, comprising up to 6,000 properties, with about 900,000 rooms in 119 countries around the world. And the mission is to be the best hospitality company in the world. And basically, the current owner of Hilton Darwin is Burger Hotel Group, and this group purchased the property and rebranded to the Hilton Darwin on the 1st May 2013. And after that, this group has spent a lot of money in the refurbishment. And I have to say, Hilton Darwin is so proud to represent Hilton Group. Early this year, in 2019, Hilton Darwin was awarded as the best hotel and accommodation provider in the Northern Territory. And based on the online search, Hilton Darwin is listed as one of the top 5 five-star hotels in the Darwin on websites such as Booking.com, Expedia, and the Luxury Hotel Guide and Telegraph UK even list our hotel as one of the best hotels in Darwin. Now let's turn to the traditional credit union. And basically, a traditional credit union is a financial institution, and it provides financial service to the local people and organizations in the outback. And it is owned by indigenous people, and it is self-funded. So it is only one truly indigenous financial entity in Australia. And so far, TCU have 15 different branches in Northern Territory, and 13 of them are located in the remote communities. And also, TCU always try to make a differences in the remote communities. So, for example, TCU employs indigenous people and provide local people with the on-job training and education. And then now, up to 18% of the total employees, about 50 staff, are indigenous people in TCU. And then next, I will show you guys my roles in Hilton Darwin. And basically, one of my roles in Hilton Darwin is to audit the contents of the official websites. And this is what I have never learned before at school. Or maybe some people would say it is easy to audit the online contents. But I have to say it is very important to the Hilton Darwin business because Hilton Darwin often uses its official website to promote and introduce its business. And a lot of customers tend to find the Hilton Darwin via other platforms like third-party websites online travel agents, local media, regional media, and international medias. So that is why our marketing team need to communicate with the travel agents regularly to make sure they have the current information on our products and service. And Hilton Darwin has a clear guideline and a platform to help the marketing team to carry out this job. And I can say, all these skills I have never touched before from the textbooks. And I have to say, during my placement in Hilton Darwin, I also participated in one of the Facebook campaigns, and this is a very special experience for me. And our marketing team in Hilton Darwin always use Facebook to promote any events and reach the most target audience. And we do the posting on the Facebook once a week or every 2 weeks. And based on our budgets, we will pay and boost our regular posts. They're amazing. And our marketing team always analyze the insights from the Facebook weekly to see what the customers need. And actually, I have to say, through the Facebook insights, our marketing team can get a lot of practical data. And all this data can help the marketing team to decide their marketing strategy. For example, Hilton marketing team can monitor and analyze the number of likes on the Facebook, and analyze those mentions can help the marketing team to decide what the customers think about our hotel. And in the end, I would say my job also to prepare a report for the Awards for Excellence 2020. And basically, this competition is awesome, and it is held every year by the hospitality entity. And the Hilton Darwin value each opportunity to engage in the hospitality award because it can provide the Hilton Darwin a unique opportunity to show off, to present its service and products to a large number of potential clients. So that is all I do during my placement in Hilton Darwin. And in TCU, my job is to answer a large amount of inbound calls from customers who want to check their account balance. And I also clarify information and offer customer solutions. And also, sometimes I need to work on managing and resolving customer complaints. And I can tell you, previously I learned a unit called communications, negotiation, and conflict resolution. And I can tell you, I can use the knowledge and the skills I learned from that unit to this job. So it is amazing. And also, because some of the TCU customers are living in the remote communities and they don't have the internet access and they're living far from our branches. So if they want to transfer the money from their own account to other people's account, they need to fill in the form and then send the form to our head office. And then our job is to verify their signature and identification on every transactions to avoid any external fraud. And also in TCU, I participate in some accounting jobs as well. Every day before we start to do the daily journal, we need to check and review a lot of documents and reports. For example, like the trial balance sheet, the complete transaction journal, and we need to make sure the balance is matched in the trial balance sheet. And we also need to make sure no errors is found in the complete journal ledger. And in the supervisor override the detailed report, we need to report to John any overdraw amount that exceed $100. And after that, I need to clarify and organize the data from the intro statement and RPO1 reports and ATM reports in one Excel, and then prepare the daily journal. And I also need to finish the bank reconciliation reports and enter the invoice into the system. And on Thursday, I also assist Jolene to do the payroll. And I can tell you, it is a really impressive experience for me because actually I have learned all this accounting knowledge at school, but it was my very first time to practice all this knowledge in the real world. So it is so practical and so impressive. And here I will present guys the skill I learned during my placement. Basically, the first skill I learned in Hilton Darwin is the language skills. And I can still remember at my first attempt when creating the campaign on Facebook, I have created a long one, about 100 characters. But my supervisor say my post is really hard to see many likes, comments, and the response because the whole post was a little bit like verbals and missing some important points. So it couldn't guide the audience to learn more, and also a few typos were found. And she said people have short attention span, so the perfect length should be within like 60 words. But to be honest, it is really hard. It is challenging for me to create such a short, tiny, and brief post because sticking to 60 words really require me to stay on points and choose the word carefully. And also, in order to make sure more people will read more and spend more time on my post, I also require to keep the post using some relaxing tone and using some informal but conscious word. And this requires me to have the excellent language skill as well. But my supervisor was nice and she showed me how to improve my post step by step. For example, deleting some non-essential points. For example, paraphrasing my sentences, and show me how to use some psychological trick to create a more attractive post. For example, like creating a sense of urgency and including some words in the post like a new, like free, and so on. And also, I learned some Facebook marketing skill during my placement in Hilton Darwin as well. For example, like a pay rich. And to be honest, at the beginning, I didn't have any idea about pay rich, but my supervisor was nice and she took me into the Hilton Darwin's Facebook Insights and introduced me the meaning behind each graph in the Facebook Insights, and also presented me how the marketing team to use the Facebook Insights to learn how the people interact with Hilton Darwin. And I have to say, it is a new knowledge for me. And in the end, I came to know, pay rich is a very important marketing approach for Hilton Darwin to make sure its post can reach to the most target audience. And this experience was amazing because it let me realize how powerful social media is in the modern marketing. And in the TCU, what I learned a lot is the Excel Microsoft skill. Yeah, basically at the beginning, I'm not good at using the Excel, but the Excel is widely used in my department. And we use the Excel in the data organization, and we use the Excel as a base for the different applications. And so, yeah, at the beginning, I'm not familiar with the functions of Excel. And I didn't have a good command of the keyboard shortcuts. So my work efficiency is really low, and yeah, I spend a lot of time on the data entry compared to other people. But I know practice makes perfect. So in order to improve my Excel skills, TCU offer me some free online Excel programs, and they can help officers to learn more about the Excel skills. And I practice the Excel quite often at work. So yeah, even though I have spent a lot of extra time and effort in learning the Excel skills, but now I can use the Excel to keep the up-to-date data records of my products and the programs and in some activities. So it is amazing. Now I turn to discuss my reflection during my placement. And during my placement in Hilton, Darwin, I have had a lot of different new experience which I never met before in the classroom. And for example, what impressed me the most is to create a social media campaign on Hilton Darwin Facebook. And the theme of this online campaign is to promote Darwin's first beer dinner and the vegan wine dinner. And we all know Facebook campaign is popular, and because Facebook has a large number of users, and Facebook can help the business to get more share and comment on the campaign. So, but I have to say, it was my very first time to engage in creating a social media campaign. So I faced a lot of difficulties during this fresh experience. But I have to say, I have learned a lot of specific new skills during this new but hard experience as well. And also, one of the key highlights during my placement in Hilton Darwin is I was exposed to many marketing tools and skills. And Hilton Darwin often use all these skills and tools to promote its business. And and previously I worked in a manufacturing company as a marketing assistant. And my previous job was to attend many fair chains where we can open the booth to present our service and the products to the customers, to any potential customers and the business partners. However, my previous job didn't involve any marketing strategy. And but during this placement experience, I was exposed to many marketing skills, and I found it was so interesting to use all different models to develop the marketing plan. And yeah, for example, one of the marketing strategies impressed me the most is Hilton Suggest. And basically, it is one of the Hilton's important social media marketing strategies. And also, Hilton Darwin is good at using all different models of the STP in developing its strategy. And the Hilton Darwin reviewed the statistics, and the Hilton Darwin also reviewed the market shares, current demands, future strategy, and the future development in the market. And also, Hilton Darwin revised the target market regularly, and to make sure they can have a larger market share. And anyway, this placement experience is so amazing, and it did uncover my potential in the marketing research and analyze. So after I graduate, I will try my best to find a job in the area of marketing specialist, where I can continue to engage in the marketing research. And when it comes to the TCU, I would say teamwork. Yeah, because I have improved my teamwork skills during my placement in TCU. I can still remember when we start our internship in the traditional credit union, the TCU provide us with a 3-day training program. And this employee training program is really helpful because it helps us to get to know the mission, the background of TCU, and make it easier for us to settle into the company and focus on our job. So, and the content of this training program is so rich and has covered a lot of knowledge in the financial sector, which I never learned before in the classrooms. For example, what impressed me most is the model which help us understand the areas of TFN and what the withholding tax is and when it is applied. And what's more, I also interested in the model which introduced the operation of the direct debt system. And I have to say, the way they conduct the employee training program is so impressive. And my supervisor is Tanya, And she didn't ask us to complete the training program individually. Instead, in order to help us to facilitate with the spirit of teamwork and get to know each other better, we do this program in a group. So during this program, we go through all the key points of all the models together and help each other in understanding contents of each model. And and each model is followed by a quiz. So we discuss and complete the quiz together. And Tanya is so helpful, and throughout this training program, she has shared us with a lot of many on-job experience. And her sharing was amazing because her sharing make us have a deeper understanding of our job. So this is my reflection in TCU. So this is all my wonderful placement experience in TCU and Hilton Darwin. And at the end of this presentation, I really want to say thank to TCU and Hilton Darwin. And I thank them for providing me this wonderful placement opportunity during this difficult time. And I also thank everybody for listening. Have a good day. Thanks.